Welcome back to Magic Tarot Cards. It's Jasmine. I have a 6, 7, 8, 9 card spread here for you. This is going to be about the thoughts and feelings, allegedly, I have to say that, of Candus Bly. And then I asked Summer Wells a few questions to see what she could show me. So here we go. Do not forget to read the disclaimer box because everything is in there, since we are talking about other people. Also, this video is not made to disclaim or defame anybody's name or character. This is for entertainment purposes only. The information comes from my spirit guides, tarot cards, and my own psychic abilities. However, it does not reflect on my own personal thoughts and feelings about these people because I don't know them, so I don't have any personal feelings or thoughts about them. Well, I do, but I'm not going to say them. But anyway, let's get started with the video. So, I asked first what spirit and cards could show me about her thoughts and feelings now that Summer is gone. And the first 3 cards I got was the Hierophant in the reverse. I'm going to talk about this one first. This one, when it is in the upright, it's the lure of confirmation, meaning confirming everything is true or a yes. Like if you asking a question and this comes up, it means yes. Okay, comes up for court cases as well. It's in the reverse. So in the reverse, it represents that really like there's no justice because it fell next to the justice card as well. Okay, so the Hierophant in the reverse represents like unorthodox behavior or people questioning because remember, this is the judge or the priest. So when it's in the reverse, in the upright, it represents that, he's very well respected and whatever, he comes with honor and truth. In the reverse, it means the opposite. It means that people question your word, okay? So she's in her mind thinking about people questioning what she said because there's so many rumors flying around. Now, here's the Hierophant, okay? That's when you go up on the hill to think about stuff, and that's what she is. She's in her mind thinking about people questioning her thoughts or what she said. She's saying to herself, well, people don't believe me. People think that I did this, that, or the other. This also represents unorthodox behavior, which is a card that I do expect to come up for her because she drinks. I don't know if she does drugs, but I've seen the Devil card here, which represents that she does. Just things that a normal person wouldn't do. This is a card for a person that goes by the beat of their own drum. Let me say it that way. Or someone that believes in holistic medication like me. I believe in holistic medication. I do tarot. People like that. Or someone that does voodoo. I'm not saying that she does. But I'm just giving you an example of why this card would pop up. Someone that's a rebel. Or someone that, just like I said, that goes by the beat of their own drum. So, but I do see that she's in her mind about her thoughts because she knows that a lot of people are questioning, her statement, what she says, what she didn't say, how she's acting, because I haven't seen her shed a tear. Okay, so she's in her mind about that. Now, here's the Justice card. It came up in the reverse. Usually in the upright, excuse me, we all know that this represents justice. The scales are balanced, a fair judge, a very passionate judge, a lot of power because he's holding his sword up. But in the reverse, there's no justice here. Okay, so that represents, again, the acts that have been done to Summer, that the way things were done, which means there is no justice, there was no justice for her. There hasn't been no justice yet. When they find her, this card will flip around like this, and then there'll be justice for all. Okay, but as long as this card is in the reverse, It just means there is no justice for her, for the person that hurt her or did it or caused her death. And I honestly don't believe that anybody caused her death from my other readings. I do believe through the readings and what Spirit has told me, because Spirit has spoken to me, that she died at the water. I'm not going to say in the water, because I actually don't believe she drowned. I believe she hit her head, slipped and hit her head. I believe that she broke her neck. Something to that effect that caused her to die when she fell into the water. Okay, I do see that it was an accident. I don't see that someone meant to kill her. A lot of people are saying, oh, she was murdered and she was abducted and sexually abused. I'm seeing all that kind of stuff. No. What happened to her was an accident due to negligence. Okay, someone sent me a message and said, oh, there's a video that proved that the mother was there the whole time at the water place, at the lake, blah, blah, blah. She could have been caught on video there, dropping them off, making sure they were, got their swimsuits on, whatever. But then she left, okay, to go get the prescription and do all the stuff that she had to do, okay. In one of her videos, she says that she left them swimming, went to get that done, then came back and went back or whatever. No, none of that happened. They were dropped off at the water place first, the lake, the pond, whatever you want to call it. And she was gone more than 20 minutes. They're saying 15, 20 minutes. No, it was more than that. And the boy was drinking, did have, the 15-year-old boy, I'm not going to mention no names, did have liquor, and so did the mother. Okay, that distorted their way of thinking, and they both know that. Okay, I do feel, and I'm getting this from Spirit, I do feel there was something going on between them. I'm not saying there was, but I'm feeling that there was something funny between the 15-year-old boy and the mother. I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay, this is the Hierophant. I'm sorry, the Hermit. The Hermit goes up on the hill thinking about what to do next. So I do see that she's doing that. She's in her mind a lot. She's in her mind a lot thinking about, okay, what am I going to do next? What's going to happen? I am getting now from Spirit that they did not bury her. She is not buried. Like underground? No. There was no time for that. There was no time. You would have had to have shovels and dig for hours and hours to dig a pit. Okay? She wasn't buried. I heard someone say, oh, they buried her underground. No. She was put someplace. Now, she might be under a pile of wood, a pile of rocks, a pile of metal, a pile of something. Okay? Hidden. Tucked away is the words that Spirit gives me. Hidden and tucked away. And actually it's in a very obvious place. It's just no one has looked there. Okay? They didn't know what to do after that happened. They panicked. So she was hidden and tucked away is what Spirit is telling me. Y'all, this is not coming from me. This is what Spirit is telling me. Now, excuse me, y'all, I still got a raspy voice. Now here is the Nine of Wands. This is someone that feels like life has beat them up. Okay, so there's a bandage on the person's head. And if you notice, they're leaning on this pole because they can't stand up. And this card pops up when there's a lot of gossip. Well, yeah, there's a lot of gossip because we're all talking about her. Everyone's doing readings, the news and everything. So she's feeling that effect right now. So she's feeling like life has beaten her up. She can't win. Gossip swirling everywhere. Afraid of the truth coming out. Afraid of the truth coming out. In her mind, she's in her mind a lot. The mother, I'm talking about the mother. She's in her mind a lot. Afraid, hearing all this gossip. Doesn't know what to do. And just feels like this whole situation has beat her up. Okay. Now, I tried to call Candus, I'm sorry, I tried to call Summer, and this is what I got, okay? I asked her, was she killed, murdered, or taken? And where was her body? Okay, so the first one that came up is the Nine of Swords. This is someone that's very, very sad, depressed, crying. Okay, I do feel like she's showing me either her mother or herself here, because I didn't get a clear one on this. I need to verify this card actually, because someone was in their bed crying like this, very depressed, sad about things that are happening, thinking about jail, because this is also a jail card. I feel like she's showing me her mother at night, laying in this bed, thinking that she's going to jail, because these bars, these swords here represent jail. When someone goes to jail, they usually get this card. When they're very depressed at night, crying, they get this card. You see how the woman is, or man, could be man or woman, holding their head in their hand, crying, can't sleep. Black means depression, jail time. So she might be showing me that either the mother feels this way or is going to be this way in jail, one or the other. One or the other, okay? And I most likely feel like she's showing me now that the mother is at night in the bed crying, feeling that she's going to prison, okay? So the next one is the Knight of Wands. We all know that this is the player card, but this card has more than one meaning. This card also means a short trip, okay? So I asked, where is your body? Where is your body? Is it far from the swimming hole? How far is it? Okay, so if this represents a short trip, then it doesn't mean it's that far, okay? This is when someone takes it, also could represent a short trip to go somewhere. When they're being deceptive, because remember, this is the player card, so when this knight comes in, he's being deceptive, okay? So I'm feeling, and remember in one of my videos, the second one, I said there was a clearing somewhere. This to me represents a clearing, and then there's three hills here. I'm feeling that she's in a place where there's buildings, like could be shacks, a house and a shack, or three little shacks, or some shacks, something like that, buried in the rubble, tucked away in the rubble, a place where no one has looked or thought of looking. I'm seeing tucked away. Again, I keep seeing tucked away, underneath something, in between stuff, just tucked away. Not that far from the watering place that they were at, the lake. I keep wanting to call it a watering hole for some reason. That keeps coming to my mind. But the lake that they were at, where they were swimming. So I do feel like that's where she's at. Now, if they find her, which I do believe they might find remains, remember there's animals out there, especially bears, wolves, coyotes. If those animals get to her, there won't be nothing left, okay? Because those type of animals eat remains, okay? I'm just saying. So, but in the last video I got, I did see that they would find her, and I got the number 5, which could mean, 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months, or 5 years. Those things take time sometimes, especially when someone's missing. And then she's so small as well. Excuse me. Okay, then I asked about the drinking part, and this is what popped up. This is someone that's an alcoholic, addictions, has addictions to drugs, alcohol, or, anything that's an addiction. And this is what popped up. I'm seeing, so there was alcohol involved between the mother and the boy, the 15-year-old boy. I don't say a lot of names, y'all, but everyone knows who I'm talking about. Due to, I'm talking about third party, but we all know who we're talking about. Okay, so there was alcohol involved. Both of them were drinking. So I do feel like their memories are distorted. Like they don't have a lot of complete, full memory of exactly what happened, because I feel like it's distorted because of the alcohol. They might be talking about the events, but they might not be getting them straight because in their mind, they were drunk. Okay, so that plain and simple, yes, they were drinking. Now, here is the Seven of Swords. This is when someone's very, very deceptive, and it fell right underneath the Knight of Wands here. They're both deceptive cards, and then it's right next to the Devil. So this, again, represents someone that was lying, being sneaky about stuff, isn't telling the truth, stealing something away, which could represent her body being stolen, putting it away somewhere. I do feel like it was an accident. Again, I'm hearing that it was an accident, and they panicked, especially because they were under the influence of alcohol. They panicked, didn't know what to do. Both knew they would probably go to jail. She knew she would go to jail because she left them there by themselves. Okay, both of them. 15-year-old is still a child. Okay, in my mind. My mom wouldn't even leave us by ourselves when we were 15 years old back in the day. I know times are different now, but she would always have us a babysitter or someone watching us all the time. So I do feel like she knew that she would get in trouble or be judged for leaving them alone, so she was sneaky. This is being very, very sneaky. You see how the man here is stealing the swords and he's looking over his shoulder, but he's tiptoeing, right? He's tiptoeing, making sure no one's seeing what he's doing. It fell right underneath the Knight. So I do feel like this is her carrying the body away and putting it someplace. Okay. Last but not least, I asked one more time in every video I've done so far. This is part number 3. I've asked if Summer has passed away, and I get the Hangman. Okay. The Hangman can represent death as well. I haven't gotten the death card, but I represent the Hangman, which means enlightenment, moving from one phase to another. Usually when people die and they're moving, ascending. I always get this when they're ascending to heaven or ascending to the third, I call it the third universe or the third element. But when they're going up, this is going up and out from one place to another, I get this card here. This is actually a beautiful card because it means you're moving out of an old phase and going into another one. So I do feel like, because I asked Summer, I asked her plain and simple, are you passed away? And this is what I got. I got the Hangman. Up and out. She moved up and out. She's in the third dimension. I call it many things. Third dimension, third element, third world. Because it's a place that's not here. Okay, so she has ascended. She's not earthbound because babies don't stay earthbound as some adults do. Adults always, some of them stay earthbound because they always feel like they have more to do or don't want to accept the death, things like that. But the baby will go directly to heaven because they're innocent. Okay, so the angels came and got her and took her. And she is showing me that she is in a good place. She's exactly where she needs to be. But I am hearing truths are coming out. Truths need to come out, and she wants truths to come out. Okay, there you have it. And that's all I'm going to go from here. I'm going to wait until maybe if they find something or they actually accuse somebody of something, and then I'll do another reading because this is part 3. And this is basically telling me the same as all the other 2, that she is gone, that it was an accident, okay? Because I do see it was an accident. She wasn't kidnapped, okay? I'm not getting, now maybe she was, but I'm not getting that in the cards. In all 3 cards, I'm getting that she was not kidnapped, that it was an accident. She's not buried in a hole. She is tucked away somewhere, put away somewhere, underneath something. Okay, maybe in the freezer, because I got the word freezer last time, but that is a possibility since I was hearing the word freezer. Check the grandmother's freezer. But I am seeing tucked away, put inside, put away, tucked inside, tucked underneath. I'm getting all those words, okay? Spirit is giving me all those words. And that's where you'll find her. Again, not that far from the water hole. I'm going to call it the water hole, y'all, because that keeps coming into my head. Not that far from the water, the lake where they were swimming, the water hole. where there is either 2 or 3 buildings together or across from each other. Could be a house and a shack, some shacks, a rundown, abandoned building, or something like that where nobody has looked. And I'm seeing that it's small. It's not that big. It's kind of maybe a shed, a shack, a place where they used to keep animals, or, you know, kind of like a chicken pen, or maybe a wood shed, or a place where they keep wood, a little storage shed, something like that that's run down, that's maybe abandoned, or no one really uses it anymore, just there. But there's other buildings around as well, okay? And that's why I feel like they will find her. Unless someone moves it. If someone moves it, if it's still there, if someone moves it and puts it in another place, then that will come up later when I do another reading. All right, y'all? That's all for now, y'all. Thanks for watching. Don't forget this video is not made for kids. If you're under the age of 18, please click off now. Remember, y'all, this is alleged. This is a tarot card reading. This comes from Spirit, the tarot cards, and then my own psychic abilities. It does not reflect on my own personal thoughts and feelings about these people, okay? Because I don't know them, don't care to know them, all right? So, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you'll be reminded when I upload another video, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.